Hey there, so we're looking at the Illumination from the Illuminating Journey cards for this week, which is December 10th through the 16th, 2018. Wow, we're in the final month of the year and getting close to the full moon, the solstice, and all of that. That's happening on the 21st, 22nd. So what do we need to know for this week? I've already sorted the cards. And let's see, the first card that comes up is this Soul Portal number 12. And, oh yes, I'm Jen Duchenne of jenduchenne.com. So let's see. I think the interesting thing that comes to mind is what captures my attention is this book that's flying here. I feel like this is the time to kind of let go of knowledge we've held on to. Like we've been groomed or programmed to accept that what is written in a book, or maybe in certain books, is the truth, and then the rest is all nonsense, bullshit. And here we have an opportunity to receive information as it flies out of books, as it flies out of our imagination. As it grows wings. If we think about all the knowledge that we've accepted as truth and the way it's supposed to be, and we imagine that knowledge has grown wings and that it's flying out to kind of lead us on a journey. This is a journey of joyful discovery. Like, we don't know where it's going to take us, but we're ready to allow this energy to be harnessed and to be delighted by the idea that there is more knowledge in our imagination through this kind of acceptance or discovery and curiosity that allows us to explore and realize new things. So a very powerful energy that's kind of calling us into a new way of being. Card number 2. So this card is the Magic Bean, and for those of you who don't know, these cards that I created, I did the illustrations and the actual design, have 3 different kinds of cards, and one of them is the tools, and this Magic Bean is one of the tools that comes up. And I think it's very exciting and interesting that the Magic Bean has come up now, because I like to think about it as the potential. Right? There are seeds, and what is the potential? So it's telling me that whatever knowledge is kind of flying out, or the unknown that we have not yet explored, that's flying out to us, is kind of we're being given a seed. So we're not being given the full knowledge or the full knowing. We're being invited to explore and discover and do. Right? We must take these seeds and plant them and see where they lead us. So it's very much a time of going beyond what we've known, but not just expanding our horizons through our imagination. It's really taking our imagination and letting our imagination become real. We're planting the seeds. We're allowing ourselves to be drawn to something new. Like, what can be birthed from a magic bean, or from the seeds of a magic bean? What can we plant? What can we discover? It's a very exciting time to be in this energy. The Soul Portal number 32 is the 3rd card following this magic bean. So here we are in this time where we're expanding our knowledge, our awareness, our discovery, our discussion, our philosophizing about what is possible. And here we have this magic bean that's been given to us to really begin to explore and see what is possible. And then we come to Soul Portal number 32. I see this card as a very sacred card. For me, this is a card of self-discovery, in the sense that we are taking our exploration, our curiosity, and we're expanding it into, finding that sense of freedom within ourselves. It's a very healing card, and kind of discovering that it's our response, our depth of knowledge, our awareness, that actually allows us to live differently. And what's catching my eye here, is interesting, is this, whatever it is, and it looks, I was just somewhere where I saw one of those melted chocolate things that overflow in liquid, and this is what kind of makes me think it feels like it's a chocolate fountain right here. In the sense of, we're tasting and exploring and discovering that what is inside of us is the ability, the sweetness, the curiosity, the love, the kindness, the generosity, all of those things to discover and be aware of the fact that there is so much more to our existence, and it all depends on us. And we're willing to start with the idea that we have everything we need and that we can create whatever we desire, if we're coming from a place of generosity and kindness, and we're looking to create more of that. So more of a shared, wondrous existence, to be inspired by our own spirituality, our own sense of connection to the world. This is what will free us, the discovery that we're not imprisoned in our ideas, we're not trapped. Here we have the freedom to explore, but we have to start with the idea that we are free, that we are creating this reality through our imagination, and our willingness to truly accept the amazing power we have to walk through the gateway, to be in wonder, to be in joy, to be healed, to go beyond our kind of personality concepts as you hurt me, you did this to me, and wow, what a big space I'm in. Wow, I can play with this energy. There's these piles of sand. People think this is like a sea, right? There's a magical energy of discovery, that everything is waiting for us to be created. And that's what this week is about. It's about opening ourselves up to the wonder of life. Very powerful. I'm just going to take one more card here just to see if there's a final message. So interesting that we now have another tool from the cards. And the tools are powerful because they help us understand that, or move us from a fixed position. And so this is the card of flight. It is angel wings, so whatever that means to you, you can rise above the situation, look at where you are from a different point of view, like I was talking about, this idea of being in discovery, of being in flight, seeing things from a different perspective, changing your position, moving away from static or from being motionless or being agitated by somebody else's opinion, like, or controlled. Like, we don't need to be controlled by someone else's opinion. We need to part from the idea that someone else's opinion controls how we live our lives or how we use the tools we have, our imagination, our hearts, our ability to create something. So it's a very powerful time right now to reflect upon what gives you freedom, because when I see wings, I think about freedom. This card here too speaks to me about freedom, but freedom through that portal of being empowered, taking back our sovereignty, the recognition that we are powerful beings. You get to decide how you want to immerse yourself and experience your life, remembering you have the magic being, you have wings, you have this ability to heal yourself and change the reflection of what you see remembering that knowledge is just the beginning point. The knowledge we know is kind of the jumping off point where we can allow what we have known, what we've experienced, to kind of push us out into the open, into a whole new way of being. So have an amazing week. It just really feels like there's a lot of possibility here in the tranquility and the listening and the opening up and the allowing. When you listen to people, when they speak, take a step back. Stand in that place of listening from a place of love, a place of joy, and going, yes, I'm enjoying hearing what you have to say. And I don't have to take all of it as gospel, right? Here's these pieces I'm weaving together, I'm exploring, we're doing this together, we're creating an incredible experience. So leave me a message, a note. Tell me what you think. What did you see? How did this land? Maybe you saw something different. The beauty of these cards are that they bring together knowledge and take you on a journey, and you may see things I don't see, and that's wonderful, right? So I'd love to hear what you think. If you are interested in knowing more about these cards, or maybe getting your own pack, you can find them at jendushen.com/illuminating journey cards. And in the meantime, have an amazing week, remembering that you are flying into a new time and making it real through your own experience. Till next time.